Yeah. Well, that's what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're either at the studio where you can't, or you're at home where you can't.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, the internet's bad at the other thing.
At the other thing.
The internet's bad at um my the whatever the fuck it is. I was gonna call it the lake house.
What is that? An Afghan? Did you knit that?
No, it's a weighted blanket. It makes you feel safe.
Weighted with your dashed hopes and failed dreams.
Basically.
That's what everybody in LA is just covered by, just their weighted blanket with their.
I should get my hold on, let me get my earphones. We don't want to hear you. We don't want to hear you about dash dreams and stuff.
Yes, can you still hear me?
Ooh, how exciting. Yeah, was this your little setup with your microphone and your computer?
Yeah, this is how I do the podcast, and this is my production studio.
Maybe you could do it in front of something other than doors. Maybe like everybody else does it, like on CBS Sunday Morning, there's books or something.
Yeah,
You know what I
I'll
mean? So you
build
look
some
smart.
bookshelves back here if that's cool with everybody.
No, but you could put it where there's bookshelves or something. You don't
Oh,
have
you mean
books?
so I can just pick up my entire desk and move everything to another location?
Well, I mean, this just looks like we're very unprofessional. If you were on
Well,
CNN, they'd
I'm
be
not
like, there's
trying to
the
make
bald
it
guy in front of the
professional.
doors.
You can look at the doors all day long. Those doors may lead to the most amazing things you've ever
I doubt
seen.
it. Or the most frightening. So what's going on?
So I'm recording this. So I'm
Hmm.
going to use this also as a writing session thing for my working with stand-ups series on YouTube. And
Hmm.
so what we're
Oh,
going
wait
to
a minute.
do, what?
Okay, go ahead. What are we gonna do? Do I need a pen? I feel like I need a pen.
You need whatever I've got your file open, the Ari file. I can't say
Alright.
Ari. That's just
Well, I should
so
read to you. I've been just kind of typing today because today's been a crappy day. So I should just send. I was just.
yeah,
I should maybe
just pick
read some of
stuff.
my stuff.
Like, this is the worst. Like, you're giving me crap about my doors. You're backlit on two different places. It's like two different suns behind you.
Oh, well,
You're shooting yourself from about your ankle up.
hold on. Well, hold on. Well, I didn't know we were. I thought we were video. I didn't know I was being
And
taped or
there's your
something
boobs
for some
again.
sort.
This is, yeah.
Well, that's the only thing asked that I have right now. My only card is. Well, what do you want me to do? Not have them? Wear turtlenecks to make you people happy?
You can do whatever you want.
Sounds like a male chauvinist pig to me. If you're like, if you could just maybe not have those, it's like, well, I do, so I'm sorry. I
It's
wear
just
turtlenecks.
every time you pick up your computer, you smash it into your boobs while you're moving things around.
Oh,
That was my point.
I'm sure that's sad for you.
That was my point.
I'm sure. I'm sure it's hard for you, Dan.
All
The
right.
old 40-year-old with boob. Wait a minute. But this is not good either.
That's fine. That's fine. That's better.
It doesn't feel fine.
It's fine. It's good enough.
I don't know. I'm not comfortable now. I need to be comfortable. All right. Let's go this way. Let's go back to the sun.
Let's go back
Well,
to
you
the
know what's
exact same problem.
well, yeah. It is weird. I don't know how to fix it, Dan.
That's all right. Just leave it. It's fine. This is not high
It
production
doesn't feel
value. I
like
don't.
it's fun. I feel like I'm like this.
No, now I can't see you. So yeah, yeah, that's better. Just give me your left nostril. That's all we really need.
That's all people want is my left nostril. All right, is that better? Not really.
that
This is
was a
it.
lot of that was a lot of motion for no improvement.
Well, I was trying to think maybe I could put a backdrop,
No, you're fine.
like a curtain.
You're fine.
Now you have me obsessed. Here, let's go put this as a nice little backdrop. It's not gonna work. Well, I didn't know you were taping. I feel it's like it's rude. Like
It
all of a
doesn't
sudden
matter.
now I'm
All right.
pressured.
It's supposed to be naturalistic. We're going to work on your stuff. So yeah. So
Mm.
I'm just going to take notes. I'm going to try to like get you like, I don't know if you want this on your channel or not, but
I
we need to
don't.
get you into some kind of, huh?
I don't. I don't.
We need to get you in some kind of a structure where I can interview you and you can just clip that and put it right up on your channel.
Right. Please don't make this it. I have to be set up, have makeup on. Maybe my boobs aren't showing as much. Maybe you could just do this the interview. So anyway, I, I would watch that. They could just do jokes. So what did the right boob say to the left boob?
Yeah, that would probably make you a lot more famous than everything else that you do.
That's exactly what would make
We'll
me
just call
famous.
the show Charlene's Boobs and be done with it.
I saw a girl on Instagram and I was like, yeah, she has like 400,000 followers. And it's like, she's some sort of comedian. I'm not gonna say who she is, her name, but she just dances in a bikini in a shower with a unicorn head on. And I always go, this is why I'm not famous. Not that I need to be famous, but this is why I'm not
No,
having
no. Why
followers
would you
because,
want to be famous? It's better to be
well,
the
I'm just saying it like, this is
unknown
why.
comedian.
Exactly. Or, well, I was actually thinking about my career and non of career, and it's like, it really doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
What do you mean it doesn't matter? It does matter.
I mean, it's like it only really matters to me. It's like it's not like you just start to go, well, maybe I'm wrong about my whole life. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's all like I just feel like I'm sort of at the landing strip of my life, just landing the plane, just
This is
coming in,
this is
confused,
why is it always half
sad.
therapy working with Charlene when you try to
All
do
right, so here's
comedy?
my thing.
All right,
So this
just
is my
talk.
thing. I see a flipboard today of a policeman in Rochester, New York, pepper sprayed a 9-year-old. And I actually was like, exactly. Because I live with kids, and if I could have a pepper spray, I would pepper spray them just to slow them down, just to like shut them up. And I get that because they're just, it's like,
Like when you wake them up in the morning, you would pepper spray them to put them to bed.
it was not that it's like watering the cat. It's just a threat. You just put it up. What would you say to me? You're not going to pick up your clothes? Oh, I don't. Oh, okay. I'm not like married to your dad and I mean nothing to you. I get it. I get it. If I died tomorrow to be like, whatever. Now we don't have to take out the trash. Like I I was like, it's hard like being here because like I've grown up like an oldest of 5. So it was always like, help your mother, do this, do that. It's like the kids, I'll be like, can you like, empty the dishwasher? They're like, and I go, okay, forget it. And then he'll be like, and I go, make them empty the dishwasher. And then Carl's like, oh, okay. And then he's like, get in here. And he's like, they'll do one glass. I go, okay, you've done enough. Thank you. And I go, one glass, you made him put up one glass. And then he'll be like, well, to reward you, I'll buy you something. Is there anything you'd like? A headset for the headsets you have are too tight on your ears. Oh my God, let's get you a new pair.
You
Why don't we
always
get,
say that though. You always believe that everybody should be raised as badly as you were.
No, I don't. I don't believe that. I just believe raising spoiled brat children who could care less about anybody else but themselves just seems like, oh, that's nice. Like, they don't even say thank you. You're like, here, I bought this for you. They're like, oh, okay. And then they walk off. You're like, oh, you're welcome. And then you say it to yourself. And then you're like, I've become my mother.
So you're not even stepmomming though, right? Like what is
No.
your role?
My role is to have them my role is to be in the living room and have them confused why there's something in their way to where they could talk to their father. Like there's an invisible beam where they're not, like trying to like, what's happening? Why can't I see my father? And then they'll go around me, you want to see this, dad? And then like they'll move around me and I'll go, oh, I want to see. And then they go like, what is that? I'm trying. They like shoo it away like a bird landed in the house or something. Like they're confused.
So you're living with your boyfriend, dad, like, and he has what? How old are the kids?
Um, 12 going on bitch, 14 going on 8 years old. The boy's 4. Yeah. Well, I was talking to my dad. I kind of was talking to my dad a little while ago, and then it's his birthday coming up, and I was like telling my sister, she goes, "You should call dad." I go, "I'm avoiding dad because we broke up, and then I got back together, and my dad's like disappointed in me."
That you got back together?
Yeah, because my dad's like, "You should marry you," and then I'm like, "I know, dad," and he always does the "Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?" That old fashioned statement.
Yeah, that
And
sounds
then
like
I
your
said, but now that I'm in the house today all day, I said, "Yeah, it is like literally living with a mad cow." It's like when somebody's been with you 8 years, they don't marry you, it's like living with a very angry, mad, frothing cow. Why would you do that to yourself?
So you're the mad cow.
Yes.
So you're like, yeah, why would you
No, but
marry
why
a
buy the
mad
cow when you get the milk for free? But why bring a cow into your home that you're not gonna marry?
cow? Why would you marry a mad cow when you can get bitched at for free?
I think that's it. I think it is like why if you say but then that's what I'm saying. If you're not married, you have to sort of like you're going through menopause. You sort of have to do everything with a smile, so you look like a psycho because you're like, oh sure, I have no needs, and then you're like, sure, yeah. What can I give to you? You know what I mean? Like, oh sure, I'll go pick up Chick-fil-A. It's only $70. Let me get that.
So yeah, your job is to always be happy, right?
No, it's that you're the odd man out. You don't belong. So it's like at any moment they could be like, if you say anything, they're like, why am I putting up with this? So you have to be almost like we're watching this. Did you see HBO's Raised by Wolves? She's like a crazy person that raised. She's like an android that raises kids, humans. Well, anyway, she's always like this. Okay, now her instinct is to kill people, right? But they put it in they
Just like
put it in
yours.
her to have an instinct to be a mother, but she gets confused because she goes back and forth between the instinct to kill and then the instinct she's got to have to be the motherly. So she's always like, okay, that's what I feel like. I'm like, sure, you don't have to, feed the cat ever.
So you
No.
can't like turn loose your full, how Charlene would parent. You can't like you're just there to basically mimic the way he parents.
No, I'm my mother now. I'm mumbling now like a crazy person. Well, nobody ever talks to him. Not that, oh no, I don't need any. No, I don't need to be talked to. No, no, I don't have a name. I'm like, I sound like my mother because nobody talks to me here. like they'll just be like, Dad, guess what? I'm like, sitting right there. And they'll show them all these pictures. It's like just enough that I don't see. And I'm like, oh, I want to see. And then I'm like, no, I don't need to see anything. But then that's the way we were with my mother. We were like, "Dad," and then my mom would be like, "What is it?" We'd be like, "Shut up, mom." It's like that's why I don't leave because I feel like I have to take a little bit more of this just to feel like what it was like to be my mother. So then I get mad and I go in my room and I lock myself in my room and I cry. And then I go, "Wait," I go, "Don't go out there crying." Because then it makes it worse because everyone's like, "Oh, she's crying," and they roll their eyes. So it's like you might as well just cry by yourself because you know you might as well use your cat as a shamu, just cry into it. Just keep crying because nobody cares.
And then the cat
Nobody.
doesn't want to be around you either because he's tired of being
No, that
pet.
well, the cat. But I'm smart with the cat because I give the cat treats all the time. So he comes to me like I'm like, come on in here, little kitty. I sound like I'm like what is it, the Hansel and Gretel? Come on in here, little kitty. Mommy's got something for you. Then I shut the door. And then I bring out all these snacks and I'm like, here you go. You will hug me. And he's
Here
like, all
you
right,
go.
I guess till I get a snack. Yep.
Love
It's
me
it's
for
the
snack.
cauldron to the cat. It's the cauldron. I'm putting it in the cauldron to feed it. I'm like, nope, get in. That's how it is to hug me. The same level of oh. And then, but that's what I'm gonna do with it, like my life. Just play hide and seek with the cat on the weekends. I even have little kitty cat scratches. All right. So anyway, what else am I gonna say?
Well, that sounds like like a super fun domestic situation, Charlene. That sounds great.
No, no, no. It's exactly what I would get. It's exactly, and it doesn't matter if I leave here. I'm gonna get another situation. Same thing. It won't
Why
matter.
is, why is that? What's the common denominator that ends up putting you in this position.
God hates me.
I like it. Blame
I
God.
do. So, oh no, I know it is. And then I'm gonna go to. That's why when I get to heaven and he starts with his little sizzle sin reel, I'm gonna be like, before you show me all my stuff, I don't really care. And I'm angry at you. I'm like, how could you like literally put me on earth and do all this crap to me, like fuck with me, and then literally show me a video of everything I did wrong? It's like, what about you?
You got to start making a video now. Just bring it with you. Here's what you did.
No, because then he'll be like, did you forget about this? I was 4, asshole. Literally 4. So, and
Why
I
are you
was,
religious then? Why do you still church it up?
I don't know. I don't know. I really wasn't. I don't know. I think, you know what? I think because you people have nothing that's ever bad happened to you, so you can be like, oh, whatever. But if you go to war, usually people come back like, ooh, I think I'll go to church because shit has happened. Like, you guys don't have anything bad happen to you, so you're just like, whatever. You're like going about your life. But when shit goes down in your life, you're just like,
What is this, you guys? How did I get grouped in to this?
because everybody here is like, you almost like, even here, you almost have to like fake it, like, oh, I'm gonna go to church. At church, they're like, what? Church? I'm like, I can't. What am I, Nazi German? I have to hide. You know what I mean? Like, this is ridiculous. I'm like an adult, but they're like, oh, go to the magic castle. Like you're crazy. Oh, you're gonna go talk to your deity again. You're gonna
I
go.
wasn't challenging you. I was just asking. Like, you seem to have you have some beef. You got some beef going with God, but then you're still showing
No,
up at his house asking for favors.
well, because I'm not stupid, I have to, like, I don't want him to. I always, like, my friend laughs at work because I'll always go, "Oh, fuck you, God," and then I go, he goes, "What?" I go, "Just in case something's gonna fall, light." I go, "You can't get me now, God, can you?" And then I'm like, "Maybe you can." I don't know. I'm not religious.
You go to church all the time.
That
You
doesn't
go
mean
you go
that
to
doesn't
like
mean that's the most
convents for months
ignorant
at a
thing you could
time.
ever possibly say. It's like literally saying you go to yoga and you believe in Hindus or you believe in God, because
You're
yoga
just
is
saying
the
you go
same
to
thing.
church for fun? Like, you don't believe in religion, but you're going to church? Why would
I
you do
don't
that?
believe in religion, but I don't like a church. I like this church. I like the Catholic Church. I like it. It's just very good. It's just like, he's fun, he's sweet. This guy is from Disney. He sings like an angel.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, no, but if I was going to be
So
in
God
my
has good
freaking,
production value in LA.
what? Well, it's exactly right. You go to some church like this in Georgia, you're like, oh my God, get me the hell out of here. Bubba's up there singing with his little khaki pants and his polo shirt, belt buckle just hanging on. Um, so no, it is different. I don't know. I guess I like it. I actually like the mass. I've been to a mass all over the world. I've been to a mass at the Notre Dame. I've been to the mass in the, what is it called? I don't even know what it's called. It's like the Catholic Mecca, St. Peter's Basilica.
Yeah, the Basilica. I was going to just say, you were in Russia, so you probably went to the Basilica.
No, no, that's not. It's Rome.
But you were in Russia. Did you go there? Like,
I've never been to Russia. What
that's
did I
not
do?
true. There
Comedy
are
in the
pictures of you
Kremlin?
in Moscow when you're a flight attendant.
No, no, no. That wasn't. No, that was probably Latvia.
Whatever. Is there a difference?
No, it's kind of. Yeah, they're kind of different countries,
Ah.
but they still, you can get a Russian doll at the airport. So, so it's the same thing. You can still get those little dolls. So what else is going on? What else do you want to know? Yeah, today's been a bad day. I've been really shitty. I've been sad. And then I asked my
Your
I asked him to help
boyfriend.
me with I asked him to help me with video production. He was like this. No.
He
I was
said
like,
no?
he was like, no. He goes, just get a video camera. I go, I have a camera on my phone. He's like, that's all you need. I'm like, no. You need like a mic or you need like a light. He's like, just get a ring light. I go, I know all this. but I need a little bit more help. What are you making a movie? I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, he's only a what B+ list director in Hollywood. Why would he? Why would
No,
he
a
help you with
sitcom, a
production?
sitcom with comedians. No, and then he'll show me something he worked on. I go, wow, you work with like a really couple comedians I really liked, my favorites. He's like, I guess. I'm like, okay. Doesn't say anything. You know what I mean? It'd be like working with Robin Williams and come home and be like, you work with Robin Williams? Oh yeah, I guess I did. Okay.
All right.
Anyway,
He's not going to help.
huh?
He's not going to help.
No, he's just gonna do it. He's just gonna heckle me like everybody else does, like God. Everybody heckles me. It's like, oh, I think I want to do this. They're like, God's like, oh, this is so stupid. Stop that, God. I heard that. That's dumb.
That's dumb. Is that what God's saying? That's dumb.
Basically, it does. I have ideas, and he goes, okay. And you, I don't know. I don't know. So what else should we talk about?
This is your topics. What else you got?
I don't know. It's just like that's the main thing. It's just hard to be in this house because this house is very small, and it's hard to be ignored in a house this small. It's not like I can go hide. You know what I mean? Like, where am I gonna go? And then I always unplug my shit because everywhere they go, I'm in there, and then they'll keep the doors open. They're like, open the doors. It's like raining. There's a breeze. I'm like, oh, I'm really cold. She's cold. That's so stupid. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm cold. I'm sorry I bothered you. So then I get, up, I get all my 18 layers on, and then I go in the other room to get away from it. And then they go in that room, and then they'll open the door in that room. And I'm like, oh, okay.
So how long has this been going on, Charlene?
Oh, a long time.
8
No,
years?
it's actually no. It's actually just since I left for Corona. I was gone for 8 months during coronavirus because we really don't see eye to eye. Like, I'm like, I'm gonna travel, and he's like, we're in a pandemic. I go, nope, the pandemic's over. Literally, everybody's traveling. Like, everybody's like everybody's in their mask. They're like, oh my God, this is so bad. I'm skiing right now. So bad right now. Oh my God. You're like, how are you skiing? I know, I got a mask on now. It's very confusing because then you tell people like, oh, I want to go to the store, and they go, well, you can't get you can't get coronavirus in the store. It's only if you're near people a long time, like if you're in there a long time. So I'm like, so if you speed shop, if you run in and out like really fast, like Wile E. Coyote, you don't get it. Like, I don't get the logic. So then I go, well, if I travel, will I get coronavirus in the mountains more
It
than I
doesn't.
would
No, it doesn't
here?
go up high in the mountains. It's got an elevation limit.
It's exactly what I said. I said, I don't think you're right about that. I think the coronavirus stays below ski level conditions.
Well, run the bit. Run the mispronouncing bit.
Well,
Like, you don't have to do it
you know,
perfect. Just see if you can get through it a little bit.
so just say it.
Yeah, just talk your way through it a little bit.
Well, I just hate we were watching the Capitol, the and then see, I'll say every fucking, I don't know what it is, the incision, the insurgent, the sergeant, the whatever the fuck it was, the tradition, the sedition act, I don't know, whatever it is, we were watching it, and then I was like, um, I said, well, things are going Ari, and he was like, Ari, and I go, yeah, Ari, and he's like, it's going Ari, and I go, yeah, there's a guy half naked with a bull hat climbing the Capitol. I would think it's Ari. And then he said, there's no such thing as Ari. And I go, yes, there is. And then he goes, it's a riot. And I go, yes, it's hilarious. There's people, again, half naked with like they're at a fucking football game climbing the Capitol, like they're going to get some sort of flag and make a touchdown. I'm like, so it looked funny to me. So that's usually politics with us because he's like, oh my God, I'm so scared. I'm like, okay, we're breaking up. You should not be scared in your house in California because of the capital thing. Like, you know what I mean? They're not outside your way. If the guy had a bull cap, the bull thing, and he has half naked climbing our house, I would be scared.
If they were storming your house.
Right? If you're storming our 12-foot square fucking house in LA, I would be like, oh my God, I'm scared. But if you're telling me, oh, this is the scariest time, I'm like, you're something's wrong with you. I just everybody who said that, I was like, even Norman Lear was like, this is the scare. I've been in D-Day in Normandy because he's been alive that long. He literally was in D-Day. And he's like, I've stormed the Bastille Castle. I've literally have been with natives in the fucking Arabians and being almost like put in boiled water by the cannibals. But this is the scariest day of my life. And I'm like, really, Norman? This is the scariest day for you.
Well, he's
I'm
900
like,
years old. He weighs like a 10 pounds now. Anybody can take him out.
it's not that. It's just ridiculous. It's like you're watching it on TV as usual. Like they had the freaking Iraq war on TV, and you weren't like, I'm so scared. Like, stop it. Like it's not even here. It's like you're watching it like with popcorn. So anyway, so then we were like, he goes, well, he does that look. It's the look of like, it's not. It's so stupid. You mean awry? I said, no, I don't mean awry. I mean awry. And he goes, you know, there's no such word. I go, no, there is, because it came out of my mouth. And that's what I said. So and he's like, no, it's awry. And I said, no, it's Ari. And he goes, why are you saying that? I go, I don't know. That's what I've always said. Nobody's ever corrected me before until today. So then I was like, but it's more like it's all the time. Like if I said like, oh, I was like, I go, it's the Nobel Peace Prize. And he goes, Nobel. Not Nobel, Nobel. I go, Nobel Peace Prize. I was like, oh, no, Nobel. Okay. And then he was like, and then he has to tell me his logic. I'm like, it was some guy named Jimmy who he had to tell me the name of the guy who invented the Nobel Peace Prize. I didn't fucking ask Google. Or
Human
I say
Google.
googly or
Hugel.
googly just to know you. Googliki. But I was like, okay, it's awry. But and he was like, how do you spell it? I go, AWRY. He goes, exactly, awry. And I go, no, I don't think it's weird that I would think it was Ari with a W there, just like it's Lowry steak seasoning, not Larai's steak seasoning. So I don't think that's weird. If you're gonna doubt my phonetic skills or my photogenic skills or whatever the fuck it is. So then we just have to go through like, the correct Charlene, and then, we have to like, who taught you that? Then we have to just go on and on about like, I don't know who taught me that. I just say it. That's how I say it. I don't know. I was raised by wolves. Who said, oh wow, this whole wolf clan is getting our honey. We better get out of here.
Well, it kind of sounds like a wolf. You know.
So then he kind of wouldn't drop it. So then I was like, what do you say? No, where is it that I was like, I thought it was funny the way you said.
Yeah, the people love to correct you.
Well, it's like, no, where is that I thought it was really funny? I laughed out loud when you said it. I can't think of it. You wrote something and I laughed. So no, it's like, no, you mean to say, no, did you mean to say awry? And I go, no, I meant to say Ari. That's why I said it. That's why I said it. Like, no, I didn't mean to say something that's coming out of your mouth. I said it because it was coming out of my mouth. And then so then this professor came on. He had like a bow tie. He had very, I don't know, it was very in to have like the hair and then the patchwork. Like he looked like a professor with the glasses. And then he said hyperbole. That was a hyperbole. And I go, what's a hyperbole? And he goes, it's an exaggeration. I go, okay, that's hyperbole. And then he acts like, you're so stupid. And I'm like, oh, what do you mean I'm stupid? He said it. No, you can say that. That's what people say. So then I get like all upset and I start looking up on the internet, how do you say hyperbole? I've never, and then it was like hyperbole. I'm like, see, they're not saying hyperbole. They're saying hyperbole, not hyperbole. So he didn't care. He was like, whatever. But I couldn't drop it. I just kept thinking, well, why does he get to say fucking hyperbole? But if I say, Auri. It's like, it's so stupid. And then he was like, "Who cares about hyperbole?" And then I said, "Who cares that you're going to bed with Jergens today? I guess we'll never know." Um, let's see. Scientists found that people who constantly correct words of other people are jerks when they know what the other fucking person means. Especially if you say to somebody like, like, because I kept saying I'm like, because everybody's stealing in LA now. So I go, well, I'm really nervous that people are going to steal and I kept calling it a Cadillac converter. And he goes, catalytic. I go, Cadillac. So it would just come out Cadillac. I go, but you know what I mean. Catalytic. You still know what I mean. You still didn't, you know what I mean. Why do I have to like change what I'm saying? Like my mom always says, I want to go on Snapchat. We let her say it because it's funny. We don't say, Mom, it's Snapchat. Snapchat. See, I couldn't even say it right back to her. We didn't say, Mom, it's not Snapchat or Snapchat or Schmat. It's literally none of those.
Well, you say you got a lot of this from your mom, right? I mean, she mispronounced stuff.
Well, my mom is basically my mom. I couldn't even explain it to you even if you tried talking to my mom because I just have to decipher it. I just go, what? Like she'll just be like, oh, your brother said he was gonna go to the. It's got he's got ESPN. No, he's got ESP or E. Is he watching ESPN or does he have ESP? I don't. So then you're like, I can't figure out like what she's saying, and then she'll like forever. She just kept calling her. She got a eucalyptus machine, so I thought it was meant something to breathe better. So then I go into her house. She goes, "You like it?" And I go, "That's an exercise machine, Mom." Like the whole time I kept thinking she was riding her eucalyptus machine. So I was like, "Why would you ride a eucalyptus?" So it's like everything is sort of like whatever picture you have of what she's saying is never matches what is the hell is going on. But you just learn to decipher it, and you learn to go, "Mom, you have to slow down." Like even when we were walking through the airport, and she kept saying she wanted the Wi-Fi passage. She goes, I want the Wi-Fi. And I go, what's a Wi-Fi? And then she kept pointing to the sign. See, it says Wi-Fi. I go, Wi-Fi. It says Wi-Fi. But it's like you just go, and then once you learn it's Wi-Fi, you go, oh, she wants the Wi-Fi passage. And then you just accept it's Wi-Fi. And then she'll go, oh yeah, the Wi-Fi. What way? Waffle? And then you go, it's waffles. Yes, you want the waffle passage, whatever. But but yes, because everybody knows my mom had brain surgery, and then she basically was supposed to go to speech therapy, and then my dad said we couldn't afford it. So he said, we'll teach her. And then we were like, we don't even teach ourselves. How are we going to teach mom to speak the English language? So what happens is she mirrors everything. So she wants to say it, but she can't, it won't come out the way she wants it to come out. So it's just like, constantly a $24,000 pyramid joke with her. Just like I want to go get the cracket. It's gonna it goes on you and you go outside and it's cold. You're like cracket, like a racket. No, it's you put it on. You're like, a jacket? Yes. And then you get excited because you won a prize. And then my dad just keeps going, she's a fucking idiot. She's a moron. Your mother's a moron. Anyway. Let's see
Well,
what else about my mom.
well, and you had that bit about your speak and spell or whatever as a kid.
Well, you wouldn't say, well, I can't. No, I just think no. It was when I mean, it is a little bit when I was younger. It's basically just. I,
No, but her teaching you the wrong words, like it was a moo.
no, that's what I said. It's like you're the only one in class going to school going, it's the moo moo, and they're like a cow. You're like, no, it's a moo moo. And it goes moo, so it's a moo moo. No, it's a cow. Oh, I'm gonna get my TikTok. You mean your watch? No, my TikTok. Never mind. I will never mind. Never mind. I will never. I mean, what is the other thing that she did, which is really funny?
Because she has aphasia, right? Like from the brain
Yeah,
surgery. Yeah.
yeah.
And
It's
so if you
basically
had
she just it's
aphasia, mom teaching you language.
no, but it's like you kind of I mean, I don't know. It's sort of like it is the Steve Martin's joke where he said, I'm going to be teaching my kids all the wrong words. So when they get to class, they go, "Can I have the Baha Baha to go to the Baha Baha?" Like it's just a constant. So it was sort of like people just would look at you like, "What did you say?" And you go, "What? What is that wrong?" So it's sort of like not that she's teaching you wrong. It's just that she's calling it wrong. So then you're like, "Oh, okay. We have a eucalyptus machine too." And then kids are like, "What is a eucalyptus machine?" Then you go, "We exercise in it every day." And then
What's it
people go,
supposed
"You
to
mean
do?
elliptical?" An elliptical.
Elliptical.
Yeah, she called it the eucalyptical machine.
That's what they should have. They should have eucalypticals. Like you get breath therapy and stuff while you run on your treadmill and
Well, that's what I thought it was. Or what's so funny is she would always be like what did she say? I was trying to think of what she would like. She called like eggs orgasmic eggs, and you're like, they were organic. She just decided it's orgasmic. Um, I don't know. That's it.
it's pretty funny though. I think it needs to be
Or
kind of
telling her,
still woven together, into a coherent bit, but it's got all those nice beats in it as you're going through it.
well, it's like if you tell people that your grandmother, prostituted you, and then you have to go, she means persecuted, like, or whatever. Like, it always puts a different image in somebody's head. But it's like what it happens is though, it still makes you feel stupid to be constantly corrected. It's like I get it. Like at work, I was like, oh, I just kind of was like, that's Glenn. And I know his name is Greg, but I was like, oh, Glenn. They're like, you don't even know his name. I'm like, I know his name. I said it wrong. You said it wrong. And you're like, yeah, I fucking was thinking this and I said this, and I don't know why I said it wrong, and I'm sorry. But it's sort of like those kinds of people are the people that I attract. You know what I'm saying?
The ones who want to correct you or enjoy
No, the
correcting
ones that
you.
just have like, yeah, they just sort of have like a, holier than thou attitude. It's sort of like I just wouldn't do that to somebody if they were like, you know what I'm saying? Like I meant September. I
Yeah,
said
you just let
October.
it
I
go.
would be
You're
like,
used to dealing with your mom, right? So you don't like call people on stupid shit like that.
we just laugh at my mother. But then she does the same thing. You kids. Then she starts crying. We're like, well, mom, it's funny. Oh, you just can go to hell. You think you're so stupid. You're like, no, it's smart, mom. So then we laugh more. Oh, you kids think you're so, in the brain thing. You know? So we're always like, I can't even get insulted because I don't even know what you're saying. But as you get older, I don't know. As you get older, though, you get brain fog, which means you forget words. You just really start just going, can you get the thingy majiggy over the placey that if like me and my friend were over 40 and we literally I saw her, haven't seen her in 20 years, and we couldn't even have a fucking conversation. She was like, hey, do you know that guy that is in the movie? Remember that he was in the movie? And we were like in the movie theater, but it was at that place, and but it was like it's this. I'm like, I don't know. I go, oh, I know it's the guy that he plays the magician kind. No. And we're both like, we were like, it was just Tom Cruise, but we couldn't even get that out of our mouths.
That's
We
great.
were
That's a
like,
really good premise that,
it is
women
a,
having yeah, you can't hang out
we
with
were
other
like,
40
I
or
don't know,
over 40
trying to
women.
remember. Yeah, exactly. Remember in school and Mr. What was his name? No, he was a science. No, I don't. Uh, this is my cat. Isn't that? There's a cat screaming outside my door. And it makes me feel wanted. I go, mommy's coming. Meow.
Somebody misses you. Somebody in the house needs you.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
That's pretty
I'm
funny
Italian.
though. You ought to try to write some more stuff on that about like, women over 40 or whatever trying to hang out together or, because you've got the 40 versus 20 thing, but kind of documenting, like you're saying, getting older with women together, getting older would be funny.
With the glass, yeah, with the glasses, it's like, yes.
Well, and they just
Yeah,
give
it's like,
up like on relationships a lot of times, right?
or you start running back to your boyfriend when they're showing you their Match.com things, and you're just like, oh God. They're like, see, they're fucking, like, especially boss, they're nasty. These fucking guys are nasty as shit. Look at this. Who the fuck wants to fuck that? You're like, ooh.
Such an attractive accent.
Well, you grow up together old. You get together old. You know what I'm saying? So you're just like, oh, or even my boyfriend the other day, Carlos he goes, oh, so I'm getting a mustache, which I have been, but I refuse to, I refuse to do anything. It's very prevalent, and I refuse to bleach it,
I'm gonna
and I
wax it,
refuse to do
wax
anything.
it and
And then,
curl
but
it.
sometimes I get this long hair, gray hair. So I was doing this to my boyfriend, and I was like pulling it, and he goes, "No," and I go, "Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. You literally have hair coming out your nose." Because I know, because I'm short, I look up there every day. Your ears, whatever that hobbit thing is, your hobbit toes. I don't even, make fun of my one chin hair when you literally, it looks like when you bend over, like you're passing a cat from your area, your behind area. It looks like a mohawk back there, and I have to shave it. But you're gonna like make fun of me in my chin hair? Okay, I don't know what this is with the eyebrows doing this cross weaving. Okay, but maybe you want to brush those one way.
That'd be pretty funny too. Like guys getting older, still having the same criteria for women, that they don't have for themselves at all.
Well, it's just don't look at me like no. I said that one day when someone was pulling a hair out of my boob. They just kept pulling, and I was like, God, I hope that's not attached to my vagina.
Uh,
I mean, when you're talking to Lawrence like, I'm lonely, nobody's touched my Peter in so long. I go, I'm sure you've touched it last night or like 5 minutes ago. I'm sure you hold it as you're walking through the house. But he's so grumpy. And then you're like, I can't imagine why anybody wouldn't want this. It's like, why don't you act like you're gonna go out there? You know what I mean? Like clean up your house, or like guys don't have to do anything. Even at 50, they're still like in denial, like, oh, it's hard out there. And you're like, no, it's hard for us. It's not hard for you. You literally just don't try. Like we have to try. And even when we try, you still look like the old person that's trying too hard. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're fine. It's like if you guys are so nasty, if you shaped yourself up, got a haircut, you know what I'm saying? Like actually was nice to a woman for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Didn't say "fuck you, bitch" as you're riding away in your Jeep because she said something you didn't like. But I just think it's, like I think it was Bill Burr had a bit about it's over. You know what I mean? Stop trying. And you're like, oh, it's not over for you, Bill. You literally had a fucking baby 2 years ago, Bill Burr, at 50 fucking 5. But me, just fucking, just put yourself in the canoe and just, we'll just kick it out there. Kick it till who knows? You don't even have an oars. You just go. That's what happens to you. You just have to go and fade away.
There
That's why I
goes
said I don't know
Charlene in
how
the
like
canoe. There she goes. Bye, Charlene.
bake exactly. Good luck out there with your with your chin hair.
Hey, you could rope something with that chin hair, and that'll like rope
Yeah.
a swan or something.
Yeah. Maybe you could yeah, maybe you could signal somebody with your mustache. They probably see it from the ship. Jesus, that woman's gonna Nasty mustache. Is that a man or a woman? What is it? Oh, she's got cleavage. She's got her boobs hanging out. Um, I was trying to think of anything. Anything. Yeah. So it's just, anyway, it's just hard. It's all hard. It's
Apparently,
all hard.
it's all hard for
Yeah.
Charlene.
Well, it is because, and then it's like hard here because, like, if it's like people let you know daily that you're not wanted by always putting your stuff at the door, which is like, you're like, oh, I brought in this cute sign I got. They're like, oh, we're just gonna put that at the door. You can give it to Goodwill, throw it in the trash if you like. Because I'm like, what am I gonna do with it at the door? Instead, I just come by the door and it's just sitting at the door. I go, I guess we're taking this out of the house. We don't want to have anything that I brought into it. Like there's no me around here. Like nothing. Nothing. Except maybe a cat that's screaming.
Yeah, because you've stolen the cat from everybody else with treats, so you can at
Oh,
least
that's
claim
true.
ownership
And
of the cat.
I do. And then like it's funny because then we have like the cat sleeps with me. So then I wake up and I go, where's my fucking cat? I get up and I go look into the house and I go open their doors and I go, no. And I then I see the cat in one of the rooms and I go, I don't think so. One of the little kids' rooms. So then I go get treats and I just shake them. The cat comes around and I go, you're mine. Let's go. Bed.
You wake up in the middle of the night and go find the cat?
Yep. It's mine. Because I wake up and I feel for it. I go, where's my cat? Where's mommy's baby? Where's mommy's furry kitty? And I'm not talking about her vagina. No, I'm just kidding.
Pretty funny. Well, yeah, I think let's do this maybe every Sunday and figure out a way for you to produce it so that it looks good when you're doing it.
Oh, wait. I thought about another thing. Bill Burr goes, he says at the end of his act, like, not, and I just thought of it because I had done a run on it, my sister. And I was like, it feels familiar. And I was like, oh, I think Bill Burr done it. But I could make it my own because it was my own. But it's like when people ask you why you're so angry, and you're like, oh, I don't know. Like, "Ugh, you're so angry." And you're like, oh, I can't fucking imagine. And then you just think about, you know what I mean? Like the 300 things.
The the 300, that'd be a good title for it. The 300 things that make Charlene angry.
Well, I was watching Fran Lebowitz, and she's really a good humorist. And I wasn't necessarily laughing, but I realized you're right about one thing. If you just tell your point of view, like what you really feel about something, you know what I'm saying? Like, not like what's funny, but like, you know, like, how it, you know what I mean? Like how every day is a struggle to not become an alcoholic. It's not a struggle to not drink, it's a struggle to not want to drink and not care. Like it's just a struggle. Like it's almost like the opposite for me. I'm not an alcoholic, but I'm struggling because I want to become one because it seems so appealing to me to just numb nightly. You
Yeah,
know?
that's a clearly a positive feeling. There's a guy on Twitter tweeted something about like every day is a new beginning. Like today, for example, I have the beginning of a screaming migraine. Yeah. So like you get all these kind of life is going to be good, talk around you all the time, and then the reality is, yeah, it's a little dicey out there, isn't it, Charlene?
Well, it's not dicey. It's not dicey. It's people sort of in my life sort of mock me for any kind of beliefs or thought system I have. Like it's completely ridiculous. Like, and I have to have science to back it up or something. If I have an opinion, like, I don't know, it doesn't say, where's your science degree? I go, oh, I'm sorry, professor. I didn't know you had one either. So it's like a constant like fight of like, I don't even say anything anymore.
Well, you do have a different perspective than a lot of people. Like that thing
No,
you
I'm not a
started with, like,
fucking, no, I'm not a baby. No, it's like, you know what? It's like people can't handle the most simplest things. Like they're like I said, like they're afraid. Like I'm like, you're afraid to go to the store.
but that's what I'm saying. Like you have a like that when you're talking about it earlier about how they were scared even though they weren't there. Most people aren't thinking like that. You tend to find like that kind of stuff where you're like, yeah, get over yourself. You
No,
know,
they're trying to convince me it's the bubonic plague and making me feel bad and then bedazzling masks. You know what I mean? Like, oh, how cute is that? Like, oh, it's really, there's so many deaths. It's so bad. You like my cute mask? I made it with my little sewing machine. And it's so cute. It's got hearts on it. And you're like, oh, are you cuting up the pandemic? How cute of you. Well, you got to be creative in a pandemic. You know what I'm saying? People are hungry and stuff like that. But, you know what I mean? If we're going to be homeless, we might as well make the homeless tents pretty. Like, or, you know what I mean? We might as well add a little garden in front of our tent in front of Target. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like, and looking
I
at me like I even said something like, well, there's a lot of, like, La Brea is shut down. Like, I go to work every day. There's no more Pig's Hot Dog. There's nothing. It's all, like, tents. And I said, I thought that was weird that the city was okay with the trash everywhere, just trash strewn. And they're like, Carl's like, yeah, it's a pandemic. I go, I don't think it's anything to do with the pandemic. While people are homeless, I'm like, okay, well, then put them in a park or something, not on the corner of Hollywood and Vine, and then let them be there and then let them trash up the place. Like, what do you know what I mean? Like, and it was weird, like I'm being cruel or something that I have to step over the dead bodies.
well, that's what I'm saying though. Like you always, and all comedians do that, right? Everybody says it's all this way, and you find the flaws in that. All those statements. You're like, really? I'm not sure about that. You know, I just think
Oh, we
you don't
didn't watch America's Got Talent and people
know,
are crying.
huh?
And you're like, when do you watch America's Got Talent and people are crying? You're like, honey, these people have no talent. We should be crying at their non-talent. We should literally be crying that this is so horrible. And like everybody has a story now. Like if you weren't wheelchair bound, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody has like a ridiculous story. Like if you even like we were watching the football. I remember watching the Super Bowl with my parents. So I'm on the phone with my family, FaceTiming. It's the Patriots. We get everybody hit, but I was at a Hollywood party and they were watching I don't know if it was the Saints. It doesn't matter. They're watching it and they hate the Patriots. But then every commercial was so sad. But I'm watching everyone in Hollywood like, oh, it's so beautiful. He lost his leg, and then the dog lost his leg. And I'm like, so my dad's like, what the fuck is this fucking stupid dog? So then they're making fun of the dog. And then I'm on that one end laughing. And they're like, what's so funny? Like, my dad's making fun of how ridiculous this commercial is during the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like they're supposed to be fun, but everyone was like, you know what I mean? Like an afternoon school special about somebody touching them. And you're like, so I said, oh, I was at work the other day and I was like, what did I say? Oh, I thought you would have, no, I'm never going to do it the way I did it. But everybody started laughing. They go, what kind of childhood did you have? I go, well, nobody took naps in my house. It was like an abuse joke. And then I don't know, it was something about like getting the belt. Everybody was like, I said, and it's the 70s. Anyway,
Well, you got
yes,
that.
if you
That's pretty funny as a premise too. Like you're watching this show in California, but you've got the East Coast on your phone. That's getting imported into California because they just have such different perspectives. On all that same stuff. Yeah, it's like the West Coast is like, it's all beautiful tragedy, and everybody's just, it's all beautiful. And people over here are like, what the fuck are you doing?
exactly. And frankly, I like those people. I mean,
Yeah, I think
frankly,
that's your
like,
people.
well, what is my aunt? Every time I would take my aunt because she'd watch a commercial, which would be a funny, like, little thing. It was like she would talk to the TV and she would be like this. What the like it would be like a medical commercial to be medical coder. Nobody's fucking this happy being a medical fucking coder. Are you fucking kidding? Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna make 18 bucks an hour. Fucking oh. She's like, you fucking douchebag. Get that fucking smile off your face. And the reality, and she would go on about the reality of like living with your fucking brother. You know what I mean? It's like, she was like, you're not fucking happy making stovetop stuffing. That fucking shit sucks, you bitch. Like, just heckling every commercial.
That's perfect. That is definitely East Coast heckling commercials.
Exactly. Or happy people. Happy people.
Happiness in general, right? Like it's not
Yeah.
real. Nobody can have
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. I
great.
used to say my grandmother used to say tears are for the shower, Charlene.
Said what?
Tears are for the shower, Charlene.
Oh, tears for the shower.
Tears are for the shower.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
It's perfect.
All
Nobody's
right. Well, we'll
coming.
figure out next time how to get you, like I said, a little more light, a little production value, make sure the sounds
Well, you're not going to
strong.
put this out though, right?
I'm going to put it on my site.
No, don't put it on this site.
I'm going to put everything up because you need to start getting things online. You're funny. This was super funny. It doesn't matter if it's produced. But when you look at it, when you watch
Yeah,
it,
but I'm not going to watch it. I'll be horrified.
no, you will watch it because you need to look at it and go, okay, here's what I need to fix next time
I'm
to
not
make it
going
look
to.
better. Then just speed through it. It doesn't matter. But figure out how to produce it a little bit. Get yourself in some kind of a little bit of a studio environment so we can pull some clips out of it that you can
I'm
actually
going to
use.
work on it. I just didn't know I was being taped.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like you just need to start stuff, right? You'll never,
All
it
right.
doesn't have to be perfect. Just has to get started. So this is just a place to start.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Wait a minute. So what am I going to do this? Okay. Forget it. All right. It's
All
fun.
right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.